Dad, we can't keep going on like this. The whole company's gone to hell, stocks are down 10 points, and Conrail is breathing down our shirts like vampires trying to get us to sell. I'm beginning to think it's a good idea.
It's your call, Jake. I left you in charge of the business long ago. You have my opinion, but as always I doubt it matters in your eyes. Only the money matters to you anymore.
That's because it does, Dad. This isn't the so-called glory days anymore. The entire industry has changed and we're only one of a few private lines left in the country, let alone the immediate area.
So what if we're only one of the few? We're still here. Those government bastards have taken the lust out of our trade, but who's to say we can't put it back in? The money doesn't matter, Jake. It never has.
It's always the same with you, huh? No money, no power, no need. You'd be just as happy sitting in this old car and rotting away, leaving your family behind. Think for once, Dad. To hell with your opinion, it doesn't apply anymore. It's not relevant in the modern age. I'm gonna go talk to Karen about this, but you can be sure that she'll agree with me, not some dried-up old has-been tycoon who can barely make time for his own son and grandchildren anymore.
Didn't always have to be about the money. Not then.
When?
What?
When didn't the money matter, Grandpa?
Well, money has always been important, but it never ruled my thinking like it does your father's. What you got there, Stephen?
It's a toy choo-choo train.
Hey, good old days. Stephen, has your father ever told you about the company before you were born?
Not really, Grandpa. I just know you used to be in charge.
I guess I did, really. Do you want me to tell you a story about when the money wasn't so important?
Uh-huh.
Alright then. Well, I guess I should start back when I was at the top of my game. Controller of the Iron Horsemen Railroad. It was the summer of 1953. Now in those days, railroads were very different from the ones you've seen. They were everywhere. Rails were the way of the future. Trains in bright color schemes, different names, and made by so many crisscrossed the country, building the nation we have now. Like you said, I was the boss of my own family line, which your father now owns. Back then it was called the Iron Horseman line, for men who had generation after generation worked to build it. And because no one could agree on a real name. Now then, this summer was a special one. We had just bought a new batch of diesel-electric locomotives. Ones like you'd see outside. But back then they were brand new and considered pretty elegant. One day in particular sticks out in my mind when a new F7 arrived. And in bright orange, he reminds me some of you. His name was Cole.
And then there were all these little engines lined up for war, and they never went anywhere.
That's pretty funny, but why'd they never leave?
Well, I guess the war effort didn't need them. There was this dreadnought named Balto that I used to talk to out there, but he's returned to his home turf now. Probably won't see much of him again.
Why's that?
I'd rather not discuss it too much. The current strife is a troubling subject, and the possibility of war weighs heavy on the mind. Weapons of mass destruction and all that. And it's not something I need to put in your head. For goodness sakes, it's been a lovely day, and your whole life up to this point has very nearly been in this weather alone. You've been polished up, loaded on a barge, and very soon you'll be at your new and first home. It's not the time for talk deeper and darker than the ocean below, young unit.
I understand.
It seems to me that there's plenty you don't, but that's not my position to judge. At any rate, There have been plenty of arrivals with less in the engine bay than you, if you catch my driftwood, and they turned out just fine. Arrival for Dockmaster Stallion. More to clog your yard, of course.
Yeah, very funny. Anything else?
Well, believe it or not, I think I have just the cure for your short-pistoned woes.
What? Oh, howdy.
Hello.
Stallion, this is Cole. Cole, welcome to Davenport. The Iron Horseman Railroad, of course. Now, all other introductions aside, I need you two to clear the barge, quick as you like. I've got to go back for another load. Good luck with this one.
Anything y'all need today? I'd be glad to get it out of my hands.
Unless your waybill says something different than mine, I'm going back empty.
Dang. Alrighty then, let's get to work, new guy, Cole.
Okay. I guess.
Well, I'd usually have Andy helping me out here, but we have a slight, predicament. Can't afford to laze around like a bunch of jeeps.
Andy? Who's that? Also, what's a Jeep?
Tell you later, just, link up with these cars.
Well, let's get to it then.
That's the spirit. Now, have y'all ever pulled anything?
I haven't pulled much. Just for testing.
That'll do. Follow me.
Sheesh. This place is huge.
What?
Oh, nothing. I'm, just thinking aloud.
Right. You excited?
I guess so.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll do fine.
Do you really think so?
Yeah. Just, use your head and keep with it, I guess. Nothing's impossible to do.
Speaking of which, what are we supposed to be doing?
Oh, yeah. Well, here's a waybill for the train you'll need to scrape together. I'll be over in the warehouse district if you need anything. Let me know when you come across car 07162 on that list.
0716?
Just let me know. Luck to you.
What in the name of EMD am I going to do about this? Where even are these switches I need to be on? This place is so confusing.
How y'all doing?
Good, I guess.
Keep at it, you'll get there.
Seems like I won't. Stallion, is that the car you were talking about?
Yeah, the THB boxcar. You ready to go get it?
Yeah, definitely.
Great! Give me a minute, I'll be over there and we can tackle it.
Let's just get this over with. My coupler is sore from all of this switching.
Well, how do you think y'all did for your first switching job?
I think I did okay. I just don't think I'm made for this sort of operation.
Try doing it with 30,000 gallons of water on your rear. Let's just get to it. The sooner we get this organized, the better.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, move over to the first truck in front of your train.
Alright, will do.
Grab the last car in the string when I put it in front of you. We'll move it off in a minute. Uh-oh. Back up! Back up!
What? Why?
I think Sally's earlier with the Gulf. Full reverse!
What in the hell are you talking about?
Move!
Excuse me.
Cole! Get me the hell out of here!
Crap!
Close call. So that's how we're going to be today, eh, Stallion?
Afternoon, Sally. Good to see you. Your timing's impeccable, as always.
Who is that?
Say, who's the shiny orange one?
I'm,
New Diesel just arrived a couple hours ago. Nearly got me killed just now. Hold up! Stop!
You must be new. My goodness, you klutz. Stallion, you better get a cleaner on this line because wow, just wow.
Oh boy, Cole? You're radio equipped, right?
let me see.
Radio the tower, have them dispatch a crane.
The record's prepped. I gotta go get it at the maintenance department.
Back down the way, second track on the left. You can't stop laughing, you know. He's new. I seem to remember your first day here. Something about too many cooks?
Way to take the low blow, Stallion.
Sally, it's an honest mistake, and it's his first day. Well, I'm not going to file any complaints on your streamlining. It can be, distracting. Especially to new ones like him, you know?
Well, it's not my fault if they can't take their marker lights off me.
Yeah. You and I both know you love the attention. And how you managed to swing things your way with it.
And leave a trail of chaos and confusion in my wake. Being beautiful sure makes things interesting.
That's not a good thing, you know.
Don't make me laugh.
I'm back, guys. Stallion, I'm so sorry about the tanker. I don't know what came over me.
Cole, it's alright. Accidents happen. What's important is we fix them and move on. Speak of, hop to it. I'm gonna keep shuffling these cars best I can. We're out of track till Sally leaves.
But you're up one heck of a view.
Right. Sorry again for this.
See, I leave tanker.
Hey, new guy.
What do you want?
Well, what's your name?
Didn't you hear Stallion yell it at me?
Here? Well, sure, probably anyway. But listen? Nah, come on, from an old dock worker like him?
What are you trying to, get at?
Well, look, this is how it is. Stallion's just about what he seems he is. He's old, he's got a temper, and probably gets stressed to the point of boiler fractures working this place alone. He has since the war's end, more or less, when his helpers were put on duty elsewhere. Frankly, he's usually only a fan of new people because they lessen the workload. But he gave you more of a chance. He must like you.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, he didn't throw you in with the tank car, so there's a start. Has he talked to you at all besides work speak?
I guess you do have a point there.
I always do. Though I tend to think the bullet nose is better than my conical relatives. Don't you?
It's cold, by the way.
Well, Cole, we all have our rough starts, rough patches. Just get through them. You'll be fine. Never hurts to have a nice booster engine.
You really are early, aren't you?
Oh, you know me. Always pushing limits. Today it's speed limits, of course, so I wouldn't be afraid of branching out.
Great. Now that you're here, this work is going to take even longer than it usually does.
Oh, Stallion. And that has nothing to do with me blocking the track, I'm sure.
Since you're occupying the track, we would use... Just wait there, we can work around this.
Alright, no pain off my pilot.
How long is she gonna be here?
Too long.
But wait, why is she even in the way? I mean, what's the matter with her being there?
Yard rules say we can't block that track for any length of time while there's a passenger train in the station.
That makes sense, I guess.
Sucks for you two. You'd love to trap me in here a little while longer, wouldn't you?
Can it, Sally? We're trying to think.
See you tomorrow, boys. Have fun.
Bye, Sally. Finally.
So... now what?
Now? Now we work, like, double time. We gotta ramp it up high here to get this yard in order before our freight connection comes in.
Ugh. More.
Yes, more. Shut up and shunt off. William should be here soon, and he'll be our lifeline if we're ready for him. And that means getting your train out of the way, so make some yard space. There's 6 cars that Williams is taking out on this run. First, though, we gotta get this past the points.
Holy piston, how much more work do we have? Let's go again. 05942. There you are.
Good. You, stay there. 3 more.
I think I'm having deja vu.
Oh no, you don't go there. What was I thinking?
Looks like this fits.
Thank goodness. Oh no! Crap! Williams is already here and... how's it coming, Cole?
I'm just about done.
Really? That's excellent.
Yeah, I think. Whoops! Only finished page 1 of 5.
What? But there aren't...
Heh, I'm just kidding. Totally finished.
Dockmaster Stallion.
That's gonna get old someday. What have you got for me?
3 tankers to go directly to the Caltex plant, and 2 hoppers for Brandville.
Granville.
The name's a work in progress.
Hey, he hasn't dumped you in the drink yet? Congrats!
Yeah. Come on, Cole. Still a lot of work to do before Nick gets here.
Nick?
Freight engine. Comes down here often. Friendly chap.
Yeah, a bit chirpy for his own good if you ask me. But yeah, you'll like him. Good kid.
Chirpy?
Now then, being cheery wasn't ever a crime. You take care, lads. Hope to see you around, Cole.
Thanks, Williams. So I need to move my cut back, right?
Yes, and I think we need to add a couple things. The Weible's been updated in the last couple hours.
Great. Oh well. Better get a jump on it.
Yeah, we better get it. Well then. Follow the leader, I guess.
Whew. Finally done.
Huh. Guess we did it. Great job, kid.
Is that Nick?
Sounds like it.
Guess who?
As if we didn't already know.
Great to see you too, Stallion. Happy as ever, as I can tell.
Hey, you must be Nick.
That's me, in the steel.
Well, my name is Cole. Nice to meet you, I guess.
Pleased to meet you, Cole. You gonna help me with this train?
Doubt it. I'm exhausted. And we're done with our waybill work, so...
Yeah, no. Orders came down from HQ. They're missing you up in Troy.
Well, Cole, it looks like your time with me is up. I really enjoyed the help.
Wait, I'm not staying here? I actually like it here.
Unfortunately, what headquarters says goes. I hoped I had another assistant, but they're gonna pull you away, just like the rest of them. Figures.
Is this my new train?
Drop yours here, I'll take care of it. Head down to the back and hitch on. Cole, you'll take the lead, seeing as you have trouble looking behind yourself anyways.
But will do, Stallion. Where is this going, anyways?
You're heading up to Troy, the western hub. I'm sure I'll still see you around, so don't lollygag. We've all got schedules to keep, and it looks like I have a lot more work to do before I turn in. If dispatch says you're good to go, then go.
Alright, Stallion. It's been good working with you. Nick, so it's you and me to Troy, I guess.
That's what the schedule says. Let's go!
Okay. Bye, Stallion.
See ya, Cole.
Hey, you might want to turn your lights on, just, if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
No problem. Hey, Cole, is something up?
No, not really.
Ah, come on. I know you're sad about leaving, but this was never supposed to be your home. Even Stallion runs out of Troy. Sometimes, anyway. I think he's meant to. He only has a little shed over by the docks.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, Stallion's a good guy, don't get me wrong. But you'll be much happier in Troy. More engines like you. Like us.
What do you mean? Like me?
Yeah, you know, young engines, better company. Again, Stallion is great. But he can be a little,
Stressed?
Sure. I was gonna call him old and cranky. Not good in the long run. Get you down. I mean, I would know. 3 long months since I've been bought, and I've been down there just about every day.
Sounds nice, I guess.
It can be. But let's just say between engines that ocean spray really ain't good for the crankshafts. Heck, I think that's all Stallion is anymore.
Rusted?
No, right, crank!